Did you know that search queries for psychological thrillers featuring hidden family secrets spike by over 300% late at night, making them the ultimate guilty pleasure for millions of movie fans? Mainstream Hollywood often shies away from stories that disrupt the domestic unit, but bold filmmakers use these exact dynamics to create the highest level of narrative tension. In this video, we are stripping away the polite facades. Here are 13 times cinema explored forbidden family secrets and went way too far. Number 1. Last summer, 2023. Imagine a relationship so provocative it threatens to completely dismantle a family's perfect life. In this intense French drama, a highly successful defense lawyer named Anne takes in her husband's rebellious 17-year-old son, Theo, from a previous marriage. What begins as an uneasy living arrangement in their beautiful suburban home quickly sparks into a passionate, completely forbidden affair. Anne, who spends her professional life navigating the law, willingly throws all ethical boundaries out the window. The film shifts into a suffocating psychological chess match as the stepmother and stepson engage in mutual manipulation. As Theo begins to realize the immense power he holds over her career and social standing, the dynamic morphs into a high-stakes thriller. Number 2. Queen of Hearts, 2019. This gripping, critically acclaimed Scandinavian masterpiece exposes the absolute destruction of a nuclear family from the inside out. Anne is a dedicated and highly successful lawyer who specializes in representing victims of youth trauma and sexual abuse, making her subsequent choices all the more chilling. Her pristine, wealthy lifestyle completely fractures when her husband's estranged teenage son, Gustav, moves into their hyper-modern home. Driven by a reckless desire, Annie initiates a secret, highly inappropriate relationship with her own stepson. When Gustav threatens to tell his father the truth, the film shifts from a forbidden romance into a terrifying psychological thriller as Anne turns her professional manipulation skills against the boy to save her own skin. Number 3. Damage, 1992. Jeremy Irons and Juliette Binoche star in this devastating, heavy drama about a highly respected British politician named Stephen Fleming, who meets his son's enigmatic new fiancée, Anna. From the very first moment their eyes meet at a crowded party, a catastrophic, highly addictive physical affair begins. Stephen is a man who has lived a perfectly ordered, passionless life, while Anna is a woman carrying dark, unspoken past traumas. Knowing that discovery will instantly destroy their entire family, they continue to meet in secret, driven by a dark, magnetic physical obsession that borders on madness. The film is a haunting, brilliant examination of how a single, forbidden relationship can systematically ruin multiple lives in an instant. Number 4. Cruel Intentions, 1999. The ultimate late 90s wealthy teen drama built entirely on toxic relationship games and step-sibling rivalries. Sarah Michelle Gellar and Ryan Phillippe star as Catherine and Sebastian, two wealthy, manipulative step-siblings who pass the time by destroying the reputations of everyone around them. They make a high-stakes bet involving the seduction of the headmaster's naive, pristine daughter. However, the game shatters family and moral boundaries when real, vulnerable, romantic feelings enter the equation. It is a sleek, dark look at weaponized love, proving that when you treat relationships like a chess match, the emotional fallout always leaves casualties in its wake. Number 5. A Family Affair, 2024. This popular romantic comedy drama handles a highly uncomfortable boundary-crossing scenario, with a mix of humor and high emotional stakes. Joey King stars as Zara, a young woman working as a personal assistant to a narcissistic, demanding Hollywood movie star played by Zac Efron. Zara's life is turned completely upside down when she walks into her house and discovers her nightmare boss is sleeping with her widowed protective mother, played by Nicole Kidman. The sudden, secret relationship forces the family to confront massive boundary issues, as Zara is caught between her chaotic professional life and a deeply surreal domestic reality where her boss might just become her new stepdad. Number 6. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, 2011. David Fincher's dark Hollywood masterpiece dives headfirst into a generational web of horrific, hidden family dynamics. Daniel Craig plays Miko Blomkvist, a journalist hired by a wealthy patriarch to solve the 40-year-old disappearance of his niece. Teaming up with the brilliant, unhinged hacker Lisbeth Salander, played by Rooney Mara, they begin digging into the hyper-wealthy Vanger family empire. What they uncover isn't just a simple missing persons case, but a deeply disturbing history of forbidden relationships, secret violence, and psychological abuse hidden behind closed doors. The film is a cold, gripping puzzle showing that the most dangerous monsters are often the ones sitting across from you at the family dinner table. Number 7. Adore 2013. Set against a stunning, sun-drenched coastal backdrop, this controversial drama explores an incredibly unconventional relationship dynamic that left audiences stunned. Naomi Watts and Robin Wright star as Roz and Lil, two lifelong best friends who have grown up together and live next door to one another with their respective teenage sons. Over the course of a long, isolated summer, boundaries dissolve completely as each woman begins a passionate, secret romantic relationship with the other's son. The film dives deep into the psychological isolation of their choice, tracking a deeply taboo bond that locks both families into a quiet defiance against society. Number 8. Chloe, 2009. When a successful doctor, played by Julianne Moore, suspects her handsome husband of cheating, she decides to test his fidelity by secretly hiring a beautiful young escort named Chloe, played by Amanda Seyfried, to seduce him. But the experiment goes completely off the rails. Chloe begins reporting back with hyper-detailed, highly erotic accounts of her encounters with the husband. These graphic reports create a strange, voyeuristic obsession for the wife, pulling the older couple and the young woman into a dangerous, claustrophobic love triangle where family boundaries are completely erased and lives are ruined. Number 9. The Housemaid, 2010. This sleek, dark South Korean psychological thriller exposes the extreme toxicity of wealth, lust, and class dynamics within a modern household. Yoon-ye, an innocent and naive young woman, is hired as an au pair and housemaid for a hyper-wealthy, highly influential family. She quickly becomes the target of the wealthy patriarch's desires, leading to a secret, passionate relationship behind his pregnant wife's back. When the family's cold, calculating mother-in-law discovers Yoon-ye's subsequent pregnancy, the elite household turns into a terrifying, abusive force. They deploy psychological warfare, physical cruelty, and institutional power to force an abortion, leading to a dark, operatic tragedy. Number 10. Notes on a Scandal, 2006. A gripping psychological thriller tracking an intense, forbidden school relationship and the toxic obsession that surrounds it. Cate Blanchett plays Sheba, a young art teacher who begins an illegal, reckless affair with one of her 15-year-old students. She is quickly caught by Barbara, an older, deeply manipulative colleague played by Judi Dench. Instead of exposing the affair immediately, Barbara uses the secret to isolate and possess Sheba, forcing her way into the young teacher's family life. The film becomes a dark web of emotional blackmail, exploring how a hidden relationship can completely destroy a household from the inside out. Number 11. Flowers in the Attic, 2014. Based on the infamous Dark V.C. Andrews novel, this film tracks the terrifying consequences of family greed and complete isolation. After the sudden death of their father, 4 young siblings are taken by their mother to live in their wealthy grandparents' massive, cold mansion. To inherit the family fortune, the mother hides the children away in a claustrophobic attic, forbidding them from ever leaving. As weeks turn into years and their mother slowly abandons them, the older siblings, Kathy and Chris, become each other's only source of comfort and survival. The heavy psychological trauma and utter isolation drive them toward a deeply forbidden bond that changes their lives forever. Number 12. The Uninvited, 2009. This mind-bending psychological thriller follows Anna, a young girl who returns home to her family's coastal estate after spending time in a psychiatric clinic following her mother's tragic death in a house fire. Her recovery is instantly cut short when she discovers her father has started a romantic relationship with Rachel, her late mother's former nurse. Anna and her sister become convinced that Rachel is hiding a sinister past and a dark identity. As they dig deeper into family secrets to prove Rachel was responsible for the fire, the film locks the household into a toxic web of paranoia, leading to a jaw-dropping plot twist that shatters the entire reality of the family dynamic. Number 13. Stoker, 2013. Following the mysterious and sudden death of her father on her 18th birthday, a quiet and intensely perceptive teenager named India Stoker is left alone in her secluded mansion with her emotionally unstable mother. Her isolated world is completely upended when her charismatic, deeply unsettling Uncle Charlie, whose existence she never even knew about, arrives to live with them. Charlie quickly inserts himself into the grieving household, seducing the mother while forming a dark, telepathic, and deeply twisted psychological bond with India. It is a visually stunning, gothic thriller exploring inherited madness and forbidden family attractions where violence and desire intersect. If these twisted family secrets completely blew your mind, hit that like button right now. Drop a comment sharing which movie boundary shocked you the most. Share this video with your fellow cinema buffs and subscribe to the channel for more daily unhinged movie breakdowns.